In today's video, I'm going to be heading to a bothy in the West Highlands of Scotland for my first ever solo bothy night. And let me tell you, something spooky happens during the night. So as soon as you leave the car park, you're presented with a high road or a low road. And on this occasion, you want to take the low road off to the right. And this is a 2-mile forestry track to Glen Duror Bothy, which by chance is a really good bothy if you're looking for one for your first ever bothy trip. It's 2 miles from the car park, it's all on forestry track, so it makes this a good introduction into bothy life. Some logs there for the fire. Right, I'm probably just over halfway now, and you'll see this track behind me hopefully. I'll just, hold on. There we go, there we go. That track there. Ignore that track, keep going, but I believe there is another left-hand turn just shortly after this, so we'll keep our eyes open for that. Right enough folks, about 20-25 metres on, there's this path going up to the left. It's got a boulder at either side, so you really can't miss it. So just look out for that if you're coming this way as well. 2 boulders folks, you're literally just following James of the Ghlinne birthplace. So let's go. So assuming nobody turns up tonight, this will be my first ever solo bothy night. Just ignore this bridge. Road's closed, pizza boy. Find some other way home. You can see there folks, not got far to go. What about half a kilometre? Happy days. A wee boggy section folks. Somebody's kindly put some boulders there. That wasn't bad. I'm here folks. This bothy looks rather quaint. No smoke coming through the chimney. It's always a good sign. I wasn't actually planning this bothy trip, so it was a quick stop. You know the garage in Glencoe? Honestly, it sells everything in there. Doesn't matter what you need, they will sell it 100%. Tools, camping gear, you name it, logs. So I'm going to have to just go sparingly, because obviously just being 4:45, it's going to be a long night of my own if this fire goes out a bit early. I was actually looking for the birthplace of James of the Ghlinne. I was hunting around here, and it is actually the bothy. Not this particular bothy, but probably a building that was situated here at some point or another. So yeah, this is his birthplace. And there was a couple that just left earlier. They were just day tripping up to the bothy, and they were telling me that he was actually wrongly accused of killing one of the king's soldiers, probably a redcoat, and he was trialled for the murder and he was hung down at Castle Stocker, which is just down the road there towards Oban. So yeah, that is just a little snapshot of the history of this place. I've got that second hand from a couple that just left earlier. They were doing a day trip, so if I'm wrong you can let me know in the comment section below. Loving this big chair by the way, it's like a throne. Big homemade thing, but it's solid. Yes, king of the bothy for the night. Some curry noodles for starters. And I've got my usual mac cheese in there for dinner. I have somehow managed to knacker the stove door. The hinges come out, and obviously I can't hold that for too long without burning my hand, but it's stuck. So I don't know if I'm going to... Right, that's a start. I've got the door back on, but the little window plates came out. but that just slides on, so that's fine. I'll let this cool down first before I even attempt to put that back on. So later tonight it'll be decisions, where am I going to sleep? First option is up the other end of the bothy. We've got a sleeping platform which will sleep 1, 2, 3, 4 at a push, 1 down either side and 2 at the back. I might take that cot there and sleep on that. The other option is, at 5'10", I fit neatly in that seat, but there's a slight slant in it. But yeah, this is the bothy. One large room. There you go. Yeah, it's going to be a long night, folks. It is 7 o'clock so far, and I'm actually feeling a little bit lonely. It's weird being sort of tucked away in a little bothy in the Highlands on your jack. Haven't got wee Kev sitting opposite me, just talking shite with him, but I don't know if this is for me, to be honest. And it's eerily quiet. It sounds quite windy and stormy outside, but it's calm at the moment. It's like nothing. And then you're hearing creaks and knocking noises as well, and I don't think I'm going to sleep tonight. My imagination is going to run wild. But I managed to pick up some extra bits of firewood. There was 3 short planks here. Got them sawn up, so that'll buy me a bit more wood. It's a hungry little stove, but it's giving out alright heat. It'd be better if they partitioned the bothy a bit. Listen to me, full of complaints. That there, folks, is my dwindling supply of wood. It's 8:15. Got 1 split log left. I mean, that's just as good as kindling, isn't it? 3 bits of this wood here, and somebody left this as well, so aye. Do you know, if that can get me to near as 10 o'clock as possible, I'll be happy. Then I can just hit the hay. It's 9:15, folks, and as you can see, I'm in my bed. I'm going to let the fire peter out and we try and get some sleep. So, good night. If I can find the off button. There we go. Oh shit, it's dark. Hiya, pals. Night, pals. During the night, I had a bit of a spooky experience. I woke up with what felt like a hand on my shoulder. I initially thought it would be the dog or one of the cats. Then I got a stark reminder I was actually in a bothy alone. I then thought it maybe be a mouse or a rat, so I flicked my shoulder to get it off. The weight lifted, but then nothing happened, no squeak or no noise of it landing on the floor. Good morning, folks. Wake up and smell the bothy. Let that cool a little bit. What am I doing? Porridge. Oh, least favourite bit of the bothy job. Try to not get ash over yourself. Right, I've got everything. Carrying out some rubbish that people left behind. Quick sweep, done the grate. Let's go. Finally folks, after nearly 15 years, I have finally managed to do my first ever solo bothy night. And would I do it again? Probably not. I don't think I'd go out my way to do a solo bothy night. And the reason being is I've always used bothies as like a social thing, like you go with friends and have a chat, a couple of drams around the fire. Last night I just felt a little bit lonely, just wasn't quite for me. And then during the night I felt that hand on my shoulder. My initial thoughts was it was a mouse. Flicked my shoulder, waiting for the thud of a mouse or a rat or something, and absolutely nothing, not even a squeak. So yeah, that freaked me out a little bit. Probably my imagination, but when I arrived at the bothy last night, there was a couple there just leaving, they were just day tripping with their dog, and she was telling me that James of the Glen haunts the bothy. So I don't know, it's all these folklore, isn't it? Do you know what, it's probably just my imagination, but these things do sort of freak you out a little bit. But anyways, I'm nearly back in the car, so I'm going to wrap this one up. But if you watched this far, thank you very much. Please hit the like button and I'll catch you next one. Cheers.